Hello viewers, welcome to our channel where today I have my co-host and host Vaibhav Kulkarni and our amazing guest Abhay Kulkarni. Today we will know about Abhay's journey and know how an engineering student started his YouTube channel back in 2017, and slowly and gradually today he has already founded his own company called Webisharp. If I talk about Webisharp, what I have understood, it's on a mission to empower small and medium-sized business globally in establishing a robust web presence. So before we start, I would obviously like to hear about Webisharp from Abhay Kulkarni. But before we start, I know that Abhay and Vaibhav are very well aware of each other, and they have also been in the branding journey together. So I would like to know कि कैसे ये जर्नी स्टार्ट हुआ एज यू बोथ नो ईच अदर. आई एम श्योर कि आज काफी सारी बातें होंगी. So over to you, Abhay, if you can start and you can let us know that how you started your YouTube journey, and then फिर धीरे धीरे हम आपके आप किस तरह से कंपनी फाउंड करें ये सब जानेंगे. So can you please start and tell us कि how you started this YouTube creator journey?
Yeah,
Welcome,
sure.
Abhay.
Thank you. And thank you for hosting me for your first show for your podcast. I appreciate that. So I'll start it back in 2016, 2017, when the Geo internet boom was there. Like everyone was getting unlimited 4G data for free, and we just need an internet SIM for that. And from that time, my journey was started because at the first time I got an access for a lot of bunch of internet. Before that, there was used to be some small cards where we had to scratch and get the 35 rupees or 50 rupees for 1 GB, something kind of stuff. It was more than that. I exactly don't recall the number. But from there, I started my internet journey, YouTube journey, especially. And at that time, most specifically on YouTube, relative technology smartphones, there was a YouTube channel named as Technical Guruji, hosted by Gaurav Chaudhary. And like I was also a fan of them, and I started a YouTube channel. I just created it by seeing on YouTube itself how to create a YouTube channel, how to monetize it. At that time, there was no monetization restrictions. Today, it's like 1,000 viewers and 4,000 hours of watch time. It was no restrictions at that time. I started creating content by just copying and each other. And by doing that and just looking at, okay, I like this. Like creating videos. I like creating content. So I started gradually doing that. So then I explored that in my city where I live in. There was a YouTube group. There was a YouTube community on WhatsApp group. Like all those YouTubers gets to meet on a certain date, and they have all the YouTubers in the city added in that WhatsApp group. From there, I got in touch with Vaibhav. Actually, Vaibhav has posted something related to his blog. He was blogging since so long, and he wants some content writers or etc. related to that. And I reached out to Vaibhav regarding that. And from that time, I and Vaibhav got in touch with each other, and we were there since that time. To be exactly, I think it's 2018 from that time.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's been long, like really long, because
Yeah.
अब तो ऐसा हो गया है कि we don't even like we don't feel like we don't know each other. Like we almost know what he's doing, he knows what I'm doing, and then we keep sharing what what we are doing, what we are not doing, what should be doing, what we should not be doing. So good to know, Abhay.
Yeah.
So that is the time, Vaibhav, you also started YouTube creator journey with Abhay.
Yeah, so I started with blog in 2017. And then I think around few years later, like almost similar, like within 18, 19 around, I think almost similar, but maybe a few months earlier than Abhay, just few months. But the way I and Abhay got in touch is majorly for the reason of blogging, but not for the YouTubing. But while that time, I think Abhay's more focus was on the YouTube, I guess, and he was blogging through the blogger. So, and then I think I was using WordPress. I just moved from Blogger to WordPress, and then that's how actually we just thought ki hey Abhay, I got from Blogger to WordPress, and it's really amazing. You should look at this. And then I think then since then Abhay just took on WordPress, and then now building it to this company. We will go there, but like I think this has been the journey. But yeah, so I think I have question for here now for like specifically for Abhay, that is about managing yourself as a student, because I think I remember I saw him growing since then, like since his diploma now into BTech and then building up the company. And since then he's managing this, right? I have been also been a student plus a kind of a part-time entrepreneur. And then I know somewhere that, it is difficult because it takes time, it takes commitment, you have other things to do, you have life also. So, so Abhay, can you please help us and our viewers understand that how you personally manage the time, uh, considering, student and now also changes into BTech?
Yeah, sure. So when I actually started, when I shifted from YouTube to Blogger and Blogger to WordPress, yeah, of course, with the help of Weber, and he introduced me to the world of WordPress, how WordPress works. At the time, I was doing diploma, not 11, 12, just like most of the students do. So most of the students doesn't get time between doing their 11, 12 studies because it's a very hard job to be, if you want to call it that. If you are preparing for JEE, it's almost you don't get any free time to do so. But in diploma, that's not so, because from 10th itself you are sure that you are going to engineering only, not other than any sort of career options. Only engineering, that too in government colleges or private colleges. You don't get access to NITs, IITs, etc. by doing diploma. But you are sure that you are going to do. You are focused about what you are going to do. So I got free time at that time also. And not fortunately, but fortunately for me, the COVID happened, and I get a lot of time. At the time, everything was shifted online. We started using Zoom and Google Meets, because before that we were not using it that much frequently. But we started doing that, and I got a lot of free time. And Vaibhav was also there in his last year of engineering, so I took up some projects. I asked Vaibhav, I asked him, how can I pursue those projects? How can I do that? And I used to call it at night on 1 a.m., 12 a.m. at that time also.
We both
But
used to feel like rocket scientists that time.
yeah, rocket scientists, we are doing something else other than the world, and we are earning something by doing projects for XYZ. At the time also, earning 1,000 rupees was like, while being a student and you have not earned anything before in life, while earning your first 1,000 rupees, that was also a good thing. So coming back to the time management, how I used to manage the time. At the time, I told you it was 2020, but after 2020, I gradually entered into engineering, and that problem started to occur for me, that I was not able to do the time management properly, because engineering is not a course that you can do it like a just BCom or BCA, because it requires your time, it requires your attendance, it requires your time in the college also, and it requires you to give a proper exam, not like Farziwada, all those things. You need to give the exam properly as per the guidelines. So while managing the time, that's the most time I suffered. So the best key way to manage the time is to just note it down, the things you want to do, and focus your goal on just one single thing. Suppose, for example, you have found that I have a passion in this particular subject, then focus only on do your engineering and focus only on this. Don't focus anything other on other activities. Okay, I want to do this also, I want to do that also. If you're exploring, yes, you can do that. But when you are focused, okay, this is my passion, I want to do this particular thing only, then focus on this thing and focus
Mhm.
on your engineering, because you have a limited time of 12 hours. You remote 24 hours. Out of that, you remote 12 hours for your sleep and other work. Then you need to do some tasks of college, or academically you have to present out at least 8 hours of the day. But other than that, in the remaining time, you will have to fix your schedule, and you will have to work like a machine. But if you are to manage the time completely, other than that, you are doing both things simultaneously, then anything might be two of the one things can go wrong if you don't manage your schedule properly. That's the mistake I did particularly.
So I think like you made a really well point, and I think that reminded me of something. So when I was in diploma, there was a teacher, and what we used to do is basically, we, as I am a civil engineer, we had this very difficult subject into mechanics, and then, definitely mathematics. So I used to also have tuitions in the college, and we had a full-time college. So one of my teachers just, sat me down and told me that, why are you going to tuitions when we are teaching everything here? So I think that something really triggers me up that, if you're attending college, just do it 100%. Then don't do it half minded. So most of your studies are done, almost, 50-60% studies are done there only. And you have rest of the time where you can implement those time to doing something else. And then when it's time to exam, you can just simply revise everything and just make sure that like know that you will be gonna pass, and you have that ample amount of knowledge with you, so that you can do all of the things together without sacrificing on anything and still feeling like stuck into. So I just got remembered because you just mentioned something. So it just, I thought, yeah, that might be something really helpful for someone. So yeah.
And
So,
one more point to add, like when you started earning considerably, like as a 20-year kid or whatever expected in the society, you started considerably, you can assure to parents, yeah, this is what I'm doing. This is the thing what I'm doing. This is what I'm earning. So give me some free chance. Suppose if I fail in some subjects, please allow me that, because that's the thing that is going to balance. I will be focusing more instead of studies on my business or on my work, where what as I'm doing in. And you can just try and tell your parents in a comparison way that don't tell me, oh, I don't want studies, this is not usable, what should I do with this degree, should I get this degree, should what this degree will give me money.
But
No,
you still have
but
to complete the
yeah,
education. I
complete
think
the
something that
education,
we need to
go at
mention
your
here.
own place. I say 4 years to 5 years, okay, do it, but have a degree
I
too.
think you also had some good story about why you should complete a degree, right?
Yeah,
Maybe you can
exactly.
just tell this about
Yeah,
that
in
part.
I guess 2021, like in the phase also, all of the internet businesses started happening, and a lot of freelancers were there on Instagram. The reel was there, and everyone was saying, "Oh, I made this, I made that, I made X, Y, Z," and everyone is like, "Okay, this 20-year kid raised $1 billion and $1 million." So we used to feel that, okay, why he has dropped out of the college? So what's the use of the college? Go it everywhere and don't do the college. Just do focus on what you're doing that. But at the end of the time, when you are in that situation, your situation different as compared to that person, because you are doing better in your way. Like for example, you have 10 to 100 students in your college, you are doing good in that peer, but the like ability to do all those things as compared to the other students, you are better. But in the world of 100 people, you might not be better. You are better in that compared to your college or environment that you currently live in. But having a degree gives you, if your business gets failed in some time in future, you have a backup option to go away and get the degrees. And still now, most of the companies require degree to do a job. So that's,
I
you
think
need skills,
Prachi,
but
are
hmm.
you
I
are
I
you
am
still
also
pursuing? Are you still pursuing this YouTube creator journey, or you have
No,
left
no, no, no. I
that
have left it in 2021. Yeah,
2021? Okay.
yeah.
You were telling something, Vaibhav.
yeah, I'm just telling that I'm actually not telling, I'm just asking you. I think you have also been into engineering and then doing now as a job and everything, right? So I think there might be some instance for you as well where you have faced this issue, right? Like managing time or something.
So my engineering time, I was still exploring. I believe both of you, what I hear from you both were already having a plan. Ki, okay, I want to be a creator.
Not at all, not at
No,
all.
no,
It,
no,
it
no.
looks
But
like
I
we
can see
it's
that
not.
you were pretty much planned. Okay, okay, I want to be in this particular journey. I want to pursue this. No? Okay. So I
If you
was,
look at my LinkedIn, that is like this. There is no plan.
you started casual in your college days, right?
Yeah, it's part of exploring, just like you mentioned.
Okay. Okay. So I was exploring a lot. So I was facing a time management in exploring. So that's the reason I believe I have given more time uh enjoying my engineering days rather than just going with the business. After my engineering days, I started being serious. So that is a very
So
different
you are a
way
true
how I,
engineer, I guess.
yeah, I
You are
can
the true engineer, right? So,
yeah. Now, now let's move to the next part. Like I want to know ki after YouTube, like once you told me that 2021 you stopped pursuing this, right? So after that, what next happened?
So actually, when I started YouTube, it was not for the money. It was just for the passion, and it was for the internet, just exploring the internet. So it was my first step, exploring the whole internet world. And YouTube has everything there. So just creating content on YouTube. I also started consuming content on YouTube and consuming content related to the money, and that how you can make money, how you can build businesses, how you can build internet-based businesses. So that thing sparked me up. Okay, we are putting a certain time of our effort, and we should get paid for this time of effort that we are putting in. For a business, it should not be like you started working today on your business and you get paid from tomorrow. It's not like a job. It's a curve like this, not the simple straight curve. So I understood that point, and I said, okay, let's do something that sell our services. What we are good at in, like the website development. That at that time I was exploring WordPress, and I was pretty much every day just sleep, then wake up at morning, have a breakfast, start working on WordPress. Just find on the internet whatever everything is available on WordPress. What can we build with WordPress? So I started just like that. Okay, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. And fortunately, I was following some guys on Instagram, and he told me we need website designers for that, and please contact this number. So I just reached out randomly to that guy, and I told me I'll take 5,000 to build one website and 10,000 to build two websites. So he told me, okay, yeah, take this, tell me your Google Pay number. And at that time, I was also not having a Google Pay. So I found that, okay, I have a bank account, but I don't have a Google Pay. And at that time, Google Pay was
It's
needing
still low, I
80.
think.
Yeah, it needs 18 years complete to sign up for Google Pay. So I changed my birth date in Google account and then tried Google Pay and created a Google Pay account and received my first earning. So from that time also, like I was not focused enough to do YouTube, but I was exploring myself. So at the time when I started monetizing my main services, I think yeah, right now it's time to stop YouTube, focusing 100% here, and we can do it. Once we build a good amount of business, we can do a YouTube as a hobby also. But I don't have plans, but I will in future certainly.
So you still have plan to do YouTube going further, is what
Yeah,
I'm
exactly,
hearing.
exactly. What I am learning currently is experience from my business, and I thought that there are very few channels on YouTube, though those who tell experiences rather than knowledge, because knowledge is everywhere. Knowledge can be gained, but experiences can be person to person, and it varies. It's a unique experience for every person. So,
Yeah.
But
like,
do you think, Vaibhav, like today, if you are going to start again that particular
Mhm.
creation, so that kind of traction you will be able to bring in, because that time you were able to
Absolutely.
bring a good traction, but how about now?
I think it would be much more than that time, because right now it's not just about number of channels, but also the number of viewers has increased. And the good part is that now everyone takes YouTube seriously. It's not like that time, it's not like Vella Panti kya kar rahe ho and those stuff. Right now, it's more like a profession. People know the magnitude it can be. So yeah, I think it's
and
a
the
Yeah,
very
but
important
addition
thing.
of short form
competition
content, that's the main point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, but the competition has really increased. Like when it comes to YouTube creation, now the competition has increased a lot. So what do you think? Like in this time, if you are gonna start your page once again, will it work?
Yeah, because we have a unique content. So everything comes to the content, the type of content that you're making it. So someone if making is a content copying other creator, they will not be able to succeed in a future, succeed in the YouTube career, because that's what I did for my past. I just started copying and randomly copy pasting content, etc., etc. But that gave me experience that this should not be done. So I have now experience, and I am not telling the knowledge to everyone. My plan is to tell my experiences to everyone through the videos, either it be short form videos, either it be long form videos. So I have a unique thing to tell my viewers, to offer my viewers, see, this is why I am creating videos for you, so you can subscribe to my channel and view the whole videos. And once you started building videos over the experiences, because I have seen many experienced YouTubers who are just telling their experiences in the YouTube video, rather they are doing business or anything other in their life. So that's a unique point to be noted.
That is really important. I believe that is sometimes like many creators miss that piece. Ki, okay, uniqueness should be there. Many a times, like they just try to copy, and that's where they fail. So yeah, very true.
I think I have one another take to this. So I think there are two types of people. There is the people who provide information, and then there is the people who basically present their personality. And usually, what I feel so far is that people who is able to showcase their personality have audience anyhow. Like people can connect with them, and like I think I should mention this or not, but somewhere I feel Flying Beast. A lot of people say so he's a vlogger, but he has this set of cult following or the following that is very different to anyone else, irrespective of, like, there has been so many years, there has been so many new vloggers, and he's still relevant to this. He like so, and I feel it's more like showcasing your personality, irrespective of anything. And then there can be some normal channel where it's just about information and nothing else. So I look it at that way, and yeah, as you mentioned, yes, there is a possibility of growing a YouTube channel starting from scratch even today. Yeah.
Right.
So I think I have a further question now for by specifically talking the business now. Now, when it comes to business and when it comes to Webisharp, it all started with web development, right? And then one of the questions that I wanted to ask you is all about your one of your biggest project, not in terms of money maybe, but in terms of implementation, the scale of implementation, the magnitude. And I think a lot of people would be knowing that particular person whose Abhay was managing. That was like Anmol Jaiswal. Gamesoup.com was built by Abhay, managed by Abhay, and almost he was a kind of all the managing all the web presence for Anmol. So how did it started, Abhay? Like, how did you get in touch with him? How it went from then to, building out something, and then how was your role or experience, and maybe also the learning part?
Yeah, just I told sometime before that I saw Instagram story of a person and he needs a website, something called of that. So it was a story of that Anmol as well. And at that time, he was a very small creator. He was around 100, 200K subscribers on his channel. And
Damn.
he had just started vlogging for Indian Backpacker channel. He's famous for that. Recently, he did a road trip from India to London, etc. So
Mm.
at that time, he was just in a growth stage, and I was following him because I was an actual fan for his content. So I saw his story. I reached out that person. He was his friend for that person, and I did the website work for that person. At that time, I was zero knowledge of WordPress, but just like that, Weber was there as my mentor, and YouTube was there. So I just started following their advices, build their websites, delivered to that client, and I gained his trust. Okay, this guy is trustable. I can pay him. He can do a good job and work. And that way, he recommended to Anmol because in the 2020 thing. Anmol wanted to build his business gamesoup.in, so it was a gaming store online. So he reached out to his friend that I did work for. He recommended that okay, this is the big guy. He can do well for your business, and you can get in touch. So I got in touch, and I charged a very minimal fee because at that time I was no experience of building e-commerce websites, but I still took the project. Okay, I'll do that. Then I first thing is I just underestimated his audience because his audience is a like a huge number of audience, and I built the website, made it live, and at the first day of his launch, the website got down in just 5 minutes
I can
because
still remember Abhay panicking that अब क्या करूँ अब तो website ही बंद हो गया लोग चिल्ला रहे हैं.
it was around, I guess, 1,500 concurrent users. I was open Google Analytics on my first part of screen, and I was seeing that just user are just going far away, far away, far, and website got down. So at that time also Weber was there for my rescue, and he was around 8 to 10 hours with me on Google Meet or Anydesk, and he told me, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this. Then I first time I learned about Amazon AWS, and we shifted his website there, and he did business properly. And unfortunately, that business is not there because of the demands and his other work on the YouTube. But the most important lesson of my life that I learned from that project, and it was the biggest project, not in terms of money, but in terms of experience and client also. And the service I given him, and I also appreciate him as a client because he was known my stage, who am I, what I am doing it, and what I am charging based on the market rate. So he was very understandable from the start because I was panicking when the website got down, but he was just telling me to chill and things might go wrong. So you can take your time and you can do the work. But as we told, like I do the work perfectly what I wanted to do, and if am not able to do it, I just frankly tell the client that okay, this is not the thing that I'm able to do, but I'll figure it out something else. So finally, at the end, figure it out, and he is still my client. That's important. The relation that we built from last 3 years, that's the most important part.
So I wanted to add a bit here. So I think I have been kind of just like Abhay, there have been few more people I have been discussing with this WordPress and all of our stuff. But that one thing that is very different with Abhay is very, that kind of person, usko tum kuch issue bata do and he will just get like, bottom of it and he will find a solution of it. So it becomes really handy for me as well sometimes that I'm stuck with something, my brain is not working, and then I will just ping Abhay, बताओ क्या करना है, find out something, and then he just come up with some sort of solution. So I think that is why I highlighted this part, is because this is a great quality of an entrepreneur, that you need to be like, if you feel stuck, you should be able to go that deep up, enough that you should be able to find a solution somehow. Because now I have seen a lot of founders who take the investment, who take the funding, and then they feel stuck. They don't know how to do and what not to do. But I feel there is always a solution, and I think this approach is very right approach, that you should be able to find it somehow. So kudos to you, Abhay. I hope that Webisharp will soon be a big company. I believe there would be more of your such plans a part of Webisharp, but we'll go to there. I think Prachi would have something to say on this.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like if you have the passion to solve any problem which is coming, obviously it will turn the way you want. So I want to now know like how Webishop started. You told me that okay, till now you have told about Anmol how this journey happened and everything. But now I want to know like from here you started Webishop.
Also, one
At
more thing
at
to
that
add
time,
this, please
hmm,
tell me more about the name as well, because I don't know if you tell me or not, but I really like this name.
yeah.
Webishop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
So what
also like
happened that when I did my first client, I got to choose that okay, let's do a business and let's do not freelance. I did my first client and I do two projects. Now saying okay, we'll make a business. So I was thinking, I was putting headphones and just dreaming about oh, I was like doing a business or something like that. At that time, I launched my website and I put another name. Currently I don't want to recall it, but it was something flashy. So it was around November 2019. I remember. But from that time, I built that website. I launched it. I was telling, I also got one client by that name, and I was doing the business with him. And in the March of 2020, the COVID happened, and I was there in my home 24 by 7. And then at that time, I thought that, okay, this is not a name to make a business of. This is not a professional name. So let's find out a name to do the business and let's rebrand it. So at that time, I remembered it. I was thinking about 29th of March. So from 29th of March to 4th of April, I spent almost 4 to 5 days to think about this name. So I went to the internet, I
Webishop
searched
for
for
you.
these random names. I was asking Weibo, there are many guys, and I was just telling on WhatsApp, okay, what about this? What about this? What about this? So like telling opinion, getting opinion from 5 to 6 friends and Weibo also. I finalized this name on 4th of April. I bought the domain,
Wow.
webishop.com.
Yeah. Now you can jump on back to the Prachi's question, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I forgot it. What was that?
No, so I would like to know, like, from where this Webishop journey
How did it
started.
Yeah,
started?
yeah,
How
yeah.
did it
So
started?
from getting Anmol as my client, he was there in June of 2020. So he was there while Webishop was there, but I was not doing it properly. I was just doing it on my personal level. So it's just a brand name. We are just doing business, but I was taking money in my personal savings account and doing the business. So in 2021 of August, when I went to engineering, I thought that let's do this in a proper way. So I registered the GST, then I got a current account for that. So to be official, I was doing business from 2020 April for Webishop, but to be on paper, Webishop came into picture in August 2021. So after that, whatever the work I'm doing on the internet, it's just under the name of Webishop. And currently, I have 5 to 6 freelancers. Those are currently working with me. I have no full-time employees in my company, but freelancers those work with us on contract basis. So it's a very good team that I think that I have built off.
Absolutely.
And that's the way you should scale off a company, because scaling it without knowing what's your end destination, that's the most wrong part most of the persons do in their business. So don't having a proper liability on your head, but just doing on a profit sharing basis, or just project to project basis. That's the best work. I think that's the best way I scaled up my business.
And I
It's not
think
like that
there
I
is a
scaled up to the
reason to
rocket level.
behind it, right? Because you're
Hmm,
still in final year, just to
hmm, hmm,
tell
hmm.
people, because they might not have context of this. So he's
Yeah.
still in final year, and that is the reason the nature of business, it's more like freelancing. Yeah,
Hmm.
sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, so based on that, it's just like on paper, it's a company, proper company, but I am doing it personally myself. But other than that, I take the help of freelancers. Vaibhav also shared his good freelancers, those who are working with him. I also work with them. So actually, we had a good network with them, and we are currently doing it. But yeah, of course, after engineering, I have plans to expand it furthermore.
And I have heard, I think I heard that you made good money in COVID, I guess, or something like that. I don't know. I don't want
Yeah,
you to reveal that, but I'm just asking that. I think COVID was good time for you because there was no college. You had
yeah, yeah.
most of the time with you. So would you like to add something about that phase, 2 years phase, that how did it went, or it does it help like Webisharp, or it was all same like that?
So what happened that I asked in my home about I want 10,000 rupees, right? So at that time I am asking a 10,000 rupees. That's a surprising part. But yeah, my father gave it to me. I said I want to do a business and I want to buy this hosting thing. So it was a web hosting thing and extra that I wanted for that. But fortunately, I got it because from the kid, I was not like that. I want this, I want that, I want that. Whatever I wanted, I got from the family, but I was okay, this should be asked, was having an idea what should be asked to the father or not. But at the time, I got the initial capital of 10,000 rupees and I bought the hosting out of it. And it was a very good hosting. I think it's a cloud hosting or something like that. And from that time, I just invested 10,000 rupees and I didn't thought that, okay, this is an investment, this is an expense, I thought it. But having that put me apart from other freelancers because most of the guys, what they do is they do not create a website themselves. You are building websites for others, so you should have a website first yourself, then do it for others. So I started building my website, did all the things, and then started my business. Like in the reverse way, most of the guys do that. So that stood me apart from that. That's put up a credibility out of that, and it helped me making a lot of money in my early stage of the business. So in 2020 and 2021, it was a very good period for me in terms of making money and also exploring other things also. So I was offering at a certain point of time, I was offering 10 to 12 services, but now I have niched down to 4 services only. So
I think
this
that
is
is a
what
very
I'm.
important part as well, like because there's a lot of people who want to do everything and they know
Hmm,
that I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, but somewhere down to line, you know, at the heart that what you can do and what you cannot do. And
hmm.
I think that is a very good point you have made, that, clarifying what you're good at and that specifying those things is very important.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
So the
You were
main three services I
always.
provide. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Please speak your business. We don't have any sponsors, so it's all your.
I
Okay.
would
Okay.
like to know, being
Hmm.
a engineering student, how you were very sure, कि, okay, this is what you wanted to do. Have you idealized somebody, or it was just
No,
out of
no.
passion?
It was just I was doing it, so doing it. I clearly don't have plan right now after this also. I certainly feel that okay, my peer is getting this much of package, this much of package. At that time, I think someone got a package of 12 LPA in my college. So I thought that okay, oh my God, see out the college. Then I think that okay, um, I can do that, but I might be lazy or might be procrastinating for the stuff I do. But still, I am not think that okay, I'll do Webisharp 100% sure in my future also. But what I am currently doing is just doing it. I don't
You
have
are
a
earning good out of it, right?
yeah, you can say that it's a good amount to be earned by a student also. I earned data, I some lost it inside that business also, but yeah, it's a part of the business, and I am taking risks in my too much early of my life, and I have a good risk cushion because my family doesn't telling me that okay, earn this much of money and give it to me. So I've had a good amount of leverage to get a leverage of that, build a business, or might be doing something else that others are not doing. I'm just grateful for that. I born in this family, and I got the leverage of that state that I can do anything that I wanted to do as my career. So because of that, also I didn't went for the placements in college, and I'm currently planning to build a web shop itself. But I don't have a fixed goal. Okay, I will do this 1 year later also because my still things are there. The
You're
most
still
interesting
exploring
thing,
basically in
yeah,
Prachi's line.
exploring. Yeah, yeah. So the two core fields I am exploring is in finance and technology. Technology is what I'm doing, but finance is what I'm learning from past 1 year to 2 years. I am into algorithmic trading and investments also. So that's part of my new passion, you might say. So I'm giving exams related to that also because finance is a field where you need certifications rather than
Yeah.
skills also, but you need a certification to prove your point. So
Uh,
I'm just thinking, like in my engineering days, I might have explored this way rather than that way.
no, but I think everything teaches you something, nah? Because I think
yeah,
some skill you might have. I think even it might be too relevant for you right now because you are in a business of more like sales and business development and a lot of those stuff, right? So communication is big part of that, and I think somewhere engineering might help you because of your exploring nature due to that, right? So I think I had one question for Abhay. So for example, Abhay, if I want to start right now, what you're doing? Maybe I want to establish a web development company. Maybe I want to, start a startup. So firstly, what is the best niche category or anything, like just if you can list it down that this is the thing that you should be starting, which is absolutely easy to start. What I mean is you don't need technical skill and anyone can start by that, right? Secondly, what is a good resource? Is it like you get offline courses, you get online courses, you get like you just open a YouTube, you just go on the Quora, or you just find someone who can help you, or like that is the thing. And third thing, if I want to do that right now, shall I wait for my education to get completed? Shall I start it right now? Or like just three questions, really quick actually.
Yeah. So the first question is you have to first figure out you have to do a startup or business, because there is a lot of fundamental difference between a startup and a business. Because in startup, most of the time you are solving a problem that anyone has not solved before. So those guys telling me that I'm doing a startup, so they'll have to first figure it out. You are doing a business or kind of a stuff where you are solving a problem that has been not solved before,
Yeah.
and you are not thinking about a business way, because in business how you think about a profit first other than that. So in startup you don't think like that, because you are solving a core problem and you have investments to run that business.
Yeah.
So you have to first figure it out, you want to do something like that, or you want to start a freelancing or just a one man business, two man business, or any business that provides services. So in service business, what I'm doing, that is not a problem that has been not solved before. Many of the agencies were before, there will be in future also, there will be current many of the lot of agency, but what I am doing is just putting what I am good at. So in the second question, what you are telling you that what's the good resource to start for this business. So talking about this web development and web related works, either it be a digital marketing, also website development, graphics designing, there are a lot of guys I am seeing that the most good resource is the YouTube itself. So whatever you want to learn, you can just type that phrase on YouTube and you will find a lot of videos, because YouTube has a lot of good content. Just point is that guys don't reach out to that content itself. So they spend times in like viewing the shorts and itself, and they spend most of the day a day by viewing some shorts, entertainment videos, etc., etc. But instead of that, you can channelize your day and view those content that you really want to do. So the most common freelancers I see today is web development, graphic designing, digital marketing, and video editing. And in graphics designing also, there is a good way, that is a thumbnail designer. So a lot of YouTubers today requires professional thumbnail designers, and I see on Twitter also, on Instagram also, there are a lot of good designers also. So the best resource is the YouTube, and just start doing work, do for free for some creators. But at that time also, you just explain them to your clients that I am doing this free because to just build portfolio. My services value is something this in my field, and in future also I might charge for the services also. But I am currently doing it for the portfolio reasons. And once building your portfolio, you can pitch to other clients also. So recently I saw that Twitter is a good platform, X, that's formerly Twitter. So to get the clients also, a lot of guys are getting clients via Twitter, because there is a stage there, in that space most of the intellectual people roam around. I might be wrong, but there are no chapri peoples like Instagram on Twitter. I might say so that,
It is true.
but good businessmen. Even out of LinkedIn also, there are some people who are better on Twitter also, but LinkedIn is also a good platform to find
Yeah.
out clients for you. So the best resource is YouTube, and start building your free portfolio, and start pitching the clients from LinkedIn and Twitter. X.
Sounds good. So Abhay, I think Prachi, you want to ask you, or maybe I can ask you, what are your future plans?
So my future plan, as I said, I have interest in finance, specifically in algorithm trading and investments. So my future plan, what currently I am saying is that is to generate most of my wealth through Webisharp and use it to channelize in my finance, what I am currently focused on. So this is a field where like it's to be coming to this field, that's algorithmic trading and trading in short-term periods, intraday trading. Most of the things, this is the buzzing word currently in India, because you see that guys are doing 100% returns, 200% returns, something like that on social media. But it's a field where 99% persons get failed. And it's a
So
fact
true.
that people take it as a gambling and lost their whole money in this particular part. And in this field, if you want to get successful, you just need to be disciplined, and you have to have a control on your emotions other than else. You don't need any science, any rocket science. You just need to be disciplined, and you need to have a control over your emotions. And that's the most hard part, and people fail in this field. So currently, I'm doing it, but
Also not
I don't
comparing,
think,
I think not
yeah,
comparing yourself with any influencer
any
or
influencer.
anyone. People show you a lot of different stuff, because recently I've came to, I don't want to quote anyone or take anyone's name, but I just came to know about some freelancer. They are teaching about freelancing and everything, and guess me what, they are just earning 2.5 lakh per month. For me, it's not good amount. That is not that significant amount of money that you are showing people, or trying to brainwash that this is. It's good to start with freelancing, but what I mean to say, don't compare yourself with them. Because their lifestyle, they might have different resources, different leverages. So don't compare it with whatever you can do best for yourself is a good way to go.
Yeah. So my core future plans is to run the business that I have built in, because it's not a good thing to shut down your whole hard work that you have built, and it's
Yeah.
probably a revenue generating machine for me. That's what I have built from last 3 years. So it's a very good thing. So my plan is to run the business and follow the passion alongside what I am doing.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Right. So I have another last, like kind of last question, or you would say last segment of this thing, and this is more like fastest finger first. How do you call it? I don't remember the exact name
Mm,
to that, but I have few words for you, and then you just need to, you know, tell us whatever comes in your mind first.
mm,
Don't
yeah,
take
sure.
too long to answer. Just
Mm,
a brief, right?
mm,
So when I say education,
mm. Engineering.
engineering, oh, cool, and entrepreneurship,
Trying out what you're best at.
profits,
Profits, money.
Webisharp.
Webisharp, best excellent web services along the world, not just web presence, and from a basic web presence to advanced services like, uh, no, it's my business,
He
so please
started
give me a moment.
explaining Webisharp like anything.
no, I thought you would
Okay.
say my money making machine or something like that. But
No,
anyway,
instead of that, it's a emotional part also. It's
yeah,
attached to that.
it's
Yeah,
always good to pitch a
yeah.
business anyway. So I'm totally up to that, on for that. So and there is this another last word, that is success. How would you define success in terms of, like, any in general sense? How would you define success for yourself?
So success is means what for me is not in terms of money, because most of the world defines success in terms of money, how much this guy is making, how much that guy is making. But instead of that, it's a very philosophical thing, and it shouldn't be at this stage, because the philosophical talks is only good when you are make a good amount of money, and then only
When
it
you
suits
are
you to make
eligible for TED Talks, yeah.
yeah, TED Talks. But success is that it's just reaching your end goal. So you might have a goal for your 1 year, 2 year. So success is not like you get at the end of the life at the X time of, you get success every day. So suppose, for example, you wake up in the morning, you said, I want to do these things and I want to do these tasks also. At the end of the day, if you are able to do all those tasks that you are defined today, so you are successful for the day. Successful means you are able to complete what you are thought of. And what's your purpose that you are doing of, so you have completed that task, so you are successful for that day. So success is a combination of success all around the time, or a month or a year. So that's according to me.
Yeah, maybe
Where
I think I should ask Prachi about this, right? Prachi, what is
Yeah, yeah.
success for you?
success is for me.
Getting featured on this podcast, that's absolutely fine. You can say that.
This can be the best one. But yeah, I generally create a very short goals, and that is what I feel like. Okay, if I achieve this, then that is success for me. So exactly what Abhay was telling, I was totally able to relate. Ki, okay, if you are able to create that short goal, what you create for a day or maybe for a month, whatever, if you are able to achieve that, you are already successful. I believe
Mhm.
people generally complicate too much about success, and that's how they start overthinking a lot about success,
Yeah,
and ultimately they hamper their work itself. So I believe we should take a step by step to achieve that success, whatever we want.
correct. So for me, I feel it's more like, am I doing better than yesterday? That's it. It's very simple. Irrespective whether it's health, whether it's food, like anything, like living, anything. So whether if I'm doing better than yesterday, I'm all good with that. That is success. Simple. So yeah, Prachi, you have anything for Abhay? I think I'm done. I think it was nice hosting you, Abhay. We are almost up for the time as well. Uh, but yeah, I would like to stay touch, and definitely we will be in touch, and would like to see, Webisharp going higher, higher, progressing with much more paisa, money making machine, whatever you want to say. And thanks for joining us.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Thanks
And
for
great
inviting
hearing
me
your
also.
yeah,
It was great
And it's
hearing your
a
journey,
hmm,
and I really like the how you moved from YouTube creator to Webisharp. Like you have founded the company already, and I really want that you should. You were telling that it is just 1 month, 1 year, more 1 year. Like you will be focused more for 1 year around in this particular business. But I really want you to continue this piece, and we'll see like how exactly Webisharp turns up for you.
yeah, yeah.
All the
And
best to
thank you
you.
very much for you guys also for hosting me as your first guest to this podcast. And I also wish this podcast might beat Ranveer Alabadia's podcast in just one day. But yeah, for sure.
Gio, where are you, Gio? We want sponsorship. All right. So,
Yeah,
guys, this was Abhay, and we had a lovely session with him. In this series of this podcast, we mean to invite a lot of guests, and so this guest does not mean to be all the popular people, but the people who are doing really good with their life and share their hidden stories with us, experience and knowledge. So, stay in touch with us. Subscribe for today's channel. Turn on notification bell and do follow all of them, like we have the description link in description. I'm still learning, so please bear with me. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
bye.